Hi, this is an introduction to CMP 122, Week 2, where we're going to talk about data privacy and spreadsheets. First off, Data Privacy Day is yearly held on January 28th. So we've already had this year's celebration of Data Privacy Day, and our class will be over before 2020s. But what we have here for you to watch are 3 separate videos: the problem with online privacy, 5 things you can do to manage your privacy now, and financial sector cybersecurity. These will be used as part of a future discussion board. So please take a few moments and watch those 3 videos. There are a lot of data-related policies out there. Why am I even talking about data security and data policies? Well, a lot of companies use Excel to manipulate data, to collect data, to make decisions based on data. Who can see this data? Who should see this data? Who should not see this data? So these are the kind of questions I want you to start formulating in your head. So some of our data-related policies that are out there that exist today: the Privacy Act of 1974, and you could always Google any of these, but there's quite a few. Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, FERPA, of 1974, where you're all students, that one applies to you. Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act of 1999, Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002. So a lot of them dealing with the financial sector and with credit cards. Internal Revenue Services has their own set of policies, and then there are corporate data policies. So depending upon where you work. If you work in a hospital environment, you have HIPAA, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. So there's quite a few data-related policies out there. Next, I'll ask you to look at some YouTube videos on Microsoft Excel fundamentals. And there's a short advertisement towards the last third of the video. My apologies, but it is a really good video as a recap of whatever we may get during the in-class traditional setting. Readings for the week: I will ask you to read through Chapter 1.1 in the course textbook. It goes from page 1 to page 27. So I will ask you to complete those. And Excel terminology. Where can we find this? We have a Microsoft Office support website. We have Windows operating systems. We also have Apple operating systems that can use Microsoft. Years ago, they didn't play nice at all in the sandbox, but now Microsoft and Apple, there is sort of a detente of sort that they work fairly well together. Not exactly the same, but I know some of you are avid Apple or Mac users, so I want to make certain that you understand or you know where to find information to use that particular product. And the F1 key, the help facility. Very powerful tool to have under your belt. If you don't know where to go to get something, click on the F1 button, the function 1 button. And that's the button, just for most of us, is just to the right of the escape key. The start of the worksheet. We're going to create a worksheet from scratch. We're going to talk about the terms data and labels. We're going to save the file. How do we deal with file names, formatting, printing, and the whole idea of dealing with creating something, always keeping in mind the target audience. What do they want to see? How can they see it? You want to grab their attention. Order of operations. Some of you may or may not have gone to high school where you learned PEMDAS, where it's an acronym for parentheses, exponentiation, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. There are variations of this, but basically, how do you set up a formula so that everyone will get the same answer? We need to make the formula understandable, but we also need to follow order of operations. So that's very important, and there will be a homework assignment on that. Current events. There is a CNN article I'll ask you to read about Meet the 15-year-old who's the Microsoft Excel World Champion, which is a real thing. Absolutely amazing. This young person just got figured out as much as he could about Excel. Discussion. We'll have a question is posed to you about a real-world situation in data, in this case money and mailing a package. I want you to answer the question in a new thread and then comment on at least 2 other threads that your classmates have posted. And there will be one homework assignment there'll be 3 separate ones for this particular week. They'll be posted for you to complete, and each will be worth 10 points. Thank you.